ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अपारकरुणासिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। यत्कृपालेशमात्रेण पुमान् पूर्णः प्रजायते तं वन्दे ब्रह्मविद्धुर्यं सद्गुरुं चन्द्रशेखरम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि
ॐ
आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि
वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्
माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्
मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्
मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्
अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु।
अनिराकरणम्
अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु
तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु
तदात्मनि निरतेया उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु
ते मयि सन्तु
ते मयि
ते
सन्तु
मयि सन्तु
ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः
ॐ शान्ति
शान्तिः
शान्ति
शान्तिः
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 येनेषितं पतति प्रेषितं मनः
केनेषितं पतति
केनेषितं
प्रेषितं
पतति
मनः
प्रेषितं मनः
येन प्राणः प्रथमः प्रीतियुक्तः
केन प्राणः
केन
प्रथमः
प्राणः प्रथमः
प्रैतियुक्तः
प्रैतियुक्तः
येनेषितां वाचमिमां वदन्ति
केनेषितां
केनेषितां
वाचमिमां
वाचमिमां
वदन्ति
वदन्ति
चक्षुश्रोत्रं कवुदेवो युनक्ति
चक्षुश्रोत्रं
चक्षुश्रोत्रं
कौ
क
देवो
उदेवो
युनक्ति
केन ईशितं
केन
केन
ईशितं
ईशितं
केन तत्र इशितम् इष्टम् अभिप्रेतं सत्
केन कत्रा
केन
ईशितम्
तत्र इशितम् इष्टम्
इष्टमभिप्रेतं सत्
अभिप्रेतं सत्
मनः पतति गच्छति
मनः
मनः
पतति
पतति
गच्छति
गच्छति
स्वविषयं प्रति इति सम्बध्यते
स्वविषयं प्रति
स्वविषयं
इति
प्रति इति सम्बध्यते
सम्पद्यते
विषेके आभीक्षण्यार्थस्य
विषेः
विषये
आभिक्ष्यण्यार्थस्य
आभीक्षण्यार्थस्य
गत्यर्थस्य च
गत्यर्थस्य च
गत्यर्थस्य च
इह असम्भवात्
इह
इह
असम्भवात्
असम्भवात्
इच्छा तस्य एव
इच्छार्थयस्य
इच्छार्थस्य एव
एव
एतद्रूपम् इति गम्यते
एतद्रूपम् इति
एतद्रूपम्
गम्यते
इति गम्यते
इशितम् इति
इषितम् इति
इशितम् इति
यत्प्रयोगः तु छान्दसः
इत्प्रयोगः तु
प्रयोगः तु
छान्दसः
छान्दसः
तस्यैव प्रपूर्वस्य
तस्यैव
तस्यैव
प्रपूर्वस्य
प्रपूर्वस्य
नियोगार्थे प्रेषितम् इत्येतत्
नियोगार्थे
नियोगार्थे
प्रेषितम्
प्रेषितम्
इत्येतत्
इत्येतत्
तत्र प्रेषितम् इति एव उक्ते
तत्र
तत्र
प्रेषितम् इति एव
प्रेषितम् इति
उक्ते
उक्ते
प्रेषयित्र प्रेषणविशेषविषय आकाङ्क्षा स्यात्
प्रेषयितृ
प्रेषयितृप्रेषणविशेषविषयाकाङ्क्षा
प्रेषणविशेषविषयाकाङ्क्षा
स्यात्
स्यात्
केन प्रेषयित्रविशेषेण
केन प्रेषयितृविशेषेण
विशेषेण
कीदृशं वा प्रेषणम् इति
कीदृशं वा
कीदृशं
प्रेषणम्
वा
इति
प्रेषणम् इति
इशितम् इति तु
इषितम् इति तु
इशितम् इति तु
विशेषणे सति
विशेषणे सति
शेषणे सति
तदुभयं निवर्तते
तदुभयं
तदुभयं
निवर्तते
निवर्तते
कस्य इच्छामात्रेण
कस्य
कस्य
इच्छामात्रेण
इच्छामात्रेण
प्रेषितम् इत्यर्थविशेषनिर्धारणात्
प्रेषितम्
प्रेषितम्
इत्यर्थविशेषनिर्धारणात्
इत्यर्थविशेषनिर्धारणात्
see the first mantra, which is the Prashna Rupa mantra. It's a Prashna, question asked by Shishya. Kena ishitam preshitam manaha patati gacchati vishayeshu svavishayam prati sambadhyate. Kena yuttaha pratamaha pranaha, which is pratamaha, praiti gacchati akarshena eti gacchati. Kena ishitam vacham imam vacham vacha vak vacho vachaha vacham. For imam vacham vadanti janaha vadanti. Ke vadanti janaha. Prompted by what? Janaha vadanti vak. Janaha vacham vadanti. They speak. Enjoy the faculty of speech. Chakshushrotram Kavadevo Yunakti. Chakshurindriya Shrotrendriya. Kavadevo Yunakti. Which Deva? Which Deva? Chakshurindriyam, Shrotrendriyam. These two Indriyas, not only these two. Other Indriyas. This is only Upalakshana. Which Deva blesses the Indriyani? Yunakti. Blesses Indriyani. Blesses Indriyani means Indriyani are blessed only when they function. So they function, they operate within the area of operation. So blessed by which Deva Indriyani's function. So they would and the Bhashyam we saw Kena Ishitam, Kena Karatra Ishitam Ishtam. Manaha Patati Gachati lands upon the Vishaya, objects, Svavishaya. Kena Karatra, blessed by Kena Karatra, by whom? By which agent? Karta, Kartri, Kartru. So Karta is somebody makes it happen. Ishitam, Ishehe is Dhatu Nirdesha. Ikshtipo Dhatu Nirdesha. Ish plus ik pratyaya. Ishi. Ishehe, Shashti, Vivakti of Ish. Ishi is Ishehe. Ikshtipo Dhatu Nirdeshe. So Ishehe Dhatoho, Taha Artaha. Because it is there in 4th Gana, 6th Gana, 9th Gana also. So Abhikshanyartaha na bhavati atra. Katyartaha tadapi na bhavati. Then what artha? Here Ishehe is Ishu Ichchayam. It is Padadigana Dhatu, meaning desiring. If you take the Ishu Ichchayam, then it is a It Agama Dhatu. Therefore, it is Anit Dhatu. Therefore, it will be Ishtam. That is why we have Ishta Devata. Ishta iti. Look. But Ishitam iti atra prayogaha Chandasaha. It is the Vedic usage. Veda as a privilege. With the Pragupasarga, it has a meaning of yoga, the sense of directing. Prapurvasya. Why the two words are there? So now the analysis starts. Analysis of these two words. Ishita, Treshita. Shabda Dhyartha Vicharaha. Analysis of the two words Ishita and Treshita. Tatra means Atra Asmin means Asmin Mantre. Tatra Tasmin Tasmin is this one, that mantra. That mantra is what mantra which is we are saying. So Tatra Mantre Treshita Miti Eva Ukte Sati. Just by saying Treshita, it will be enough. See, when words are used, it has to be carefully used. And the words have to be used carefully as well as minimum. minimal words. So Preshitam, Ishitam, 2 words are there. Preshitam alone is enough. Preshitam iti eva bhukte sati. When only Preshitam, the word, suppose, was used, then there will be an Akanksha. Akanksha is a, therefore, that will create Akanksha on the part of the listener. Preshayitra Preshana Vishesha Vishaya Akanksha. So there will be Akanksha, Preshayitra, who is the Preshayita, and what is the Preshanam? Akanksha will be the persuaded by someone. Who is that? And what is the persuasion? What is the persuasion? So this Akanksha will be created if you use just Preshitam. And also we saw if you use Preshita, Preshita is, it is the director. The director means it is a will involved, a will in the form of the thoughts. So therefore, since the will is involved, will is the mind is involved, the will. What means the will is nothing but the thought. The will in the form of the thoughts. So that implies there must be another one. And that will be another the mind. So persuaded by another, this is prompted. So therefore there will be anavastha dosha. Just Preshayitra not only creates Akanksha, here Akanksha in Bhashyakara says that we saw. Even other meaning also we saw. Just Preshitam, that is someone wills, someone impulse, the mind. So will means it implies that mind must be there. And will is in the form of a thought. The will is nothing but it's a thought modification. That means it must have another mind to have this thought, which is in the form of the will. So that another mind is there means that mind has to will. So that implies there must be another mind which, the other mind which impulse, which propels. So therefore, there is a will, and that is in the form of a thought. So it will lead to anavastha dosha, infinite regression. So to have a will, there must be a mind. So will in the form of a thought, therefore mind is there. So it means will is directed by the mind. The will itself is nothing but the mind, the thought. The will is directed by the mind. So that mind will be directed by another mind. So it will lead to anavastha dosha. So for the Preshitam, the word has limitation. So therefore only Ishitam also used. But here Bhashyakara says, if you use Preshitam, it will be incomplete. When Akanksha is there, then it is not complete. Preshayita, who is a Preshayita, who is a persuaded, and what is a Preshana? Iti Vishesha, Vishayas, particular Vishaya Akanksha. So there will be particular expectancy. Vishaya Akanksha Syat. Kena Preshayitru. There must be a Preshayitru. Kena Preshayitru Visheshena. By what particular Preshayita? Kidrisham Preshanam, by what particular persuasion the command Manaha Patatiti Akanksha Bhavati. Therefore, Ishitam iti tu Visheshane sati. Preshitam iti eva ukte sati Akanksha syat. Ishitam iti tu Visheshane sati. By special mentioning of the word Ishitam. Tadubayam nivartate. This Akanksha Ubayam. Preshayitra is one Akanksha. Preshana is another Akanksha. Therefore, Ubaya Akanksha nivartate. So both are both Akanksha's. Akanksha Ubhayam goes away. So therefore, Ishitam, the word is required. Therefore, Ishitam, the word is not unnecessary. It has its significance. Kasya Icha Matrena. So, Ishitam, the meaning is Kasya Icha Matrena. By whose Icha? Prompted by desire. Prompted by whose desire? Kasya Icha Matrena. There is Icha, the desire. You will, later we will see that it is blessed by whom or what. The mind is prompted to flow towards the sense objects. Preshitaviti Artha Vishesha Nirdharanat. Because of the ascertainment, ascertaining the particular Artha. Preshitamiti Artha Vishesha Nirdharanat Kasya Ichamatrena. Therefore, Ishitam, the word is required. So both are required. Both have significance. That is why the Shishya used these two words. And Shishya is an informed person. Therefore, he knows at the same time, he doesn't know completely. If he knows it completely, subject matter, then there will not be any question. Because the question is that it means he has got some apadata jnanam. He wants to know, he wants to know clearly. So therefore, he has this question. In the Upanishad, we have seen all the questions asked by the Shishyas. Shishyas are all, they are sadhana chatushtaya sampannaha. The life style has equipped them with this sampatti. So they are endowed with qualification, and jnanam also is there, but it's not clear. Karma kanda has served the purpose. They have landed on jnana kanda. And jnana kanda starts with inquiry. Therefore, question is involved, dialogue is involved. And therefore, the question is asked, and that it is a well framed question, well formatted question. And it shows that the Shishya is not just an ordinary Shishya, he is an informed person. Now the argument starts. These two words, the argument on the analysis of these two words will go for some time, because the Pura Pakshi will come and he will raise an objection and we will answer. The Pura Pakshi will not be satisfied and again he will ask. So there will be some split arguments with regard to the usage of these two words. That is why this is Tereshita, Ishita, Shabda, Dvaya, Vicharaha. Now there is Akshepa. The beginning itself, Akshepa is there. So why Akshepa and Samadhanam? It makes the question very clear. It makes the question is, the disciple who asks this question is very clear. It makes us very clear to understand the question. And teacher also is clear. Teacher is happy hearing this question from the Shishya. Now, but we need to understand, that is why there is for the sake of our understanding, is in the form of Akshepa Samadhan. Now there is Akshepa. There's an objection. Let us read from there. Yadi yeshaha artaha abhipretah syat.
यदि एषः अर्थः अभिप्रेतः स्यात्
स्यात्
Keneshitam iti etavata eva.
केनेषितम् इति एतावतैव
Siddhatvat.
सिद्धत्वात्
Preshitam iti na vaktavyam.
प्रेषितम् इति न वक्तव्यम्
Apicha
अपि च
Shabda adikyarthat.
अधिक्याद्यात्
Shabdat Shabdadikyat. Shabda adikyat. Shabdadikyat.
शब्दाधिक्यात्
शब्दादिक्यात्
Arthadhikyam yuktam iti.
अर्थाधिक्यं युक्तम् इति
अर्थादिक्यं युक्तम् इति
Ichaya karmana vacha va.
इच्छया कर्मणा
इच्छया
वाचा
कर्मणा
वा
वाचा वा
Kena preshitam iti artha visheshah.
केन
येन
प्रेषितम् इति
प्रेषितम् इति अर्थविशेषः
विशेष
Avagantum yuktah.
अवगन्तुं युक्तः
अवगन्तुं युक्तः
Ashikara had mentioned Preshitam alone is not sufficient because it creates this Akanksha Ubhaya. Ishitam, the word is required. Now, the Purvapakshi, he says, Yadi Yeshaha Artaha Vipretaha. Avipretaha Ishtaha. If this meaning was intended, Yadi Yeshaha Artaha, then Kene Shitam iti etavata eva siddhihi. Just by using the word Ishitam itself, the purpose is served. Preshitam, it's not required because Preshitam creates Akanksha. Since Preshitam creates Akanksha, there is the usage of the word Ishitam. And this meaning is intended, Ishitam alone is sufficient. Why do we need Preshitam? And that is a rule. When there is Shabdadikyam, Adikya, Shabdadikya, Adikam Shabdaha, when more words, Adikyam, Chadadita, Adika more, Adikya. When more words are there, then there will be Artha Adikyam. Artha Adikyam Syat. The words, because the words cannot be redundant. If it is Visheshana, that is fine. But also, Visheshana also, it describes the object. So therefore, each attributes, each adjective describes the object. So to make the listener understand what it is, therefore, Visheshana, the attributives are used. But here, Preshitam, Ishitam, iti, the extra words were used. And by the general law, Shabda Adikyat, Artha Adikyam Syat. When you use more words, then there should be meaning of the words, not just not dismissing the words, some words and their meaning. Every word has meaning. Therefore, some Artha Adikyam, some extra meaning also should be given. You cannot just dismiss a word because it says the same thing. The words cannot be redundant. Using more words implies there should be more meaning. That is the Shabda Shastra. So, if you say Ishitam serves a purpose, then Preshitam not required. So Preshitam doesn't have any Arthadikyam. Arthadikyam, it is redundant. It is not proper. Therefore, Purvapakshi says, Yadi Yeshaha Arthaha Vipretasya. If this is the meaning intended by this mantra, as you have commented, it tells Bhashikara, then Kene Shitamiti Etavata Eva Siddhartha. That purpose is served just by the usage of the word Kene Shitam. So Kene Shitam Padati, Preshitam not required. Kena Ishitam Manaha Patati. That itself is sufficient. Preshitamiti Navaktavyam. Preshitam, the word should not be told, should not be used. Apicha also Shabdadikyat Arthadikyam Yuktamiti. By the general rule, when extra words are used, there must be more meaning to it. Therefore, he says, therefore, since preshitam, the word is used, therefore, it has the meaning. What meaning? He says, ichaya, karmana, vacha, va, kena preshitaviti, visheshaha, artaha, avagantum, yuktaha. So, therefore, here is gives a meaning of the words, meaning of the word preshitam. Kena preshitam is kena ichaya, kena karmana, kena vacha, va, through by whose desire or action or speech is a mind. Ishitam is a mind as though it is pushed to fall upon the objects. The artha visheshaha syat, special meaning. Avagantam yuktaha, it is proper. It is proper to have this special meaning. So, kena preshitam is kena ichaya, kena karmana, kena vachava, manaha, ishitam, ishitam manaha patati. So, ishitam manaha, ishitam preshitam. Ishitam is willed by, blessed by meaning that we will give later. The mind prompted by what? Through desire or action or speech, mind prompted by what falls upon the Vishaya, falls upon its objects. So Preshitam iti, for the word, the Purvapakshi, he gives this meaning. Kena Ichaya, by whose desire, by whose speech, by whose action. So therefore, Kena Preshitam, Ishitam Manaha. Now here, if you take this meaning, Preshitam to be Kena Ichaya, Kena Karmana, Kena Vachava. The Avagantam Yuktaha, the Purvapakshi says, Artha Visheshaha. We say, now Bhashyakara will say, there is fallacy in this. Why? Because you have to see the question, the strength of the question, samarthya, the capability, the power of the question. The disciple who is asking this question is an informed person. He knows very well that other than this Sharira Manasanghata, there must be another thing. Sharira Manasanghata is Anatma. Anatma is Jadam. So, therefore, there must be a Chetana Vastu, blessed by what alone this Sharira Manasangata functions. When you say Icha, it means mind. Karma, it involves body. Vacha is again Indriya. So, therefore, there must, this Sharira Manasangata is Jada, so there must be a blessed thing by the blessing of which these function. Therefore, these cannot be the cause for the mind to fall upon objects. Kena ichaya, kena karmana, kena vachava cannot be, because that is known. When a person engages in, when the mind of a person, suppose if it is engaged in some particular action, with some particular thing, it means either because of desire or by the command of someone or by karma. Ichaya, either the desire or because vacha or by karma, the mind is prompted and therefore it is engaged in the Vishaya. So it is prasiddha, it is well known, prasiddhartha. When something is prasiddha, then we don't need shastram for it. That's what here the Acharya is going to say. See, Degadi Sangata, the Shariramana Sangata. The Shariramana Sangata prompted by Icha. Icha means mind is involved. Action, Shariram, Vak, Indriya. So these are the director. These are the agents by which a person is motivated to do something. It is natural. You hear the speech of someone, or you hear the words, the get to know from someone. So therefore, the body mind sense complex directs the mind, prompted by either by the speech or action. So therefore, the body mind sense complex, the Sharira Mana Sangata, Sharira Mana Sangata becomes the director, becomes the persuader through desire, speech, and action. So this is not apurvata, it is well known in the world. When you engage in action, the body mind sense complex alone engage in that action, and the Dega Sangata is the Prerayita. Dega, if you miss the word Ishita, if you miss the word Prerita, then what happens? This Degadi Manasangata, the status of the director of the body mind sense complex through Icha, this Icha desire, speech, work, and karma, that is well known. Because prompted by one's own desire, a person is engaged in karma, prompted by desire or prompted by some words in the form of the words, speech, a person engages in action. Therefore, it is well known. Icha prompts a person. Atakena prayuktoyam papam charati purusha, Arjuna asks in the Gita. So, by what? It is Icha. Icha because of Vasana. So, Ichaya. So, Ichaya manaha ishitam bhavati. Karmana manaha ishitam bhavati. Karma, either it could be the past samskara because of the karma, the action of the Sharira Manasangata, or vacha, or the words. Either the words which you hear from around, from someone, or maybe the words you say something and just therefore you start doing. You yourself prompt it. Your word itself prompts you to engage in some action, some karma by which the mind is prompted to engage in the vishayas. So, Icha, Karma, and Vacha, they are the Preshayita, he says. That is well known. That is well known in the world. A person engages in karma means because he either is prompted by desire, or because he does karma, karmana action. The action persuades him to engage in the vishaya, or vacha, or the speech. Speech is, this is a laukika speech. You suppose you hear the upadesha, some instruction from someone, so upadesha, the words motivate you. That's why in the bhashanam, the words of the speaker motivates the people to do something. Therefore, the words motivate the people. The action of some people motivate the people. Or action which is repeatedly done, that becomes your vasana, that becomes a habit. Therefore, that creates icha. Therefore, icha. So one's own icha, one's own karma, vacha can become the motivating factor for the mind to engage in the vishayas. And this is very prasiddham eva. So therefore, when it is prasiddha vishaya, then that cannot be the subject matter of the shastra. So therefore, prashna samarthya, because the question has some special thing, special power, special the strength, samarthya, capability. Therefore, we cannot give these meaning. Ichaya karmana vacha for keneshitam. That is not proper. That's what here Bhashikara is going to say. To Sri. Na prashna samartyat.
न प्रश्नसामर्थ्यात्
यात्
Degadi sangatat anityat.
देहादिसङ्गतात् अनित्यात्
Karma karyat viraktaha.
कर्मकार्यात्
कर्मकार्यात्
विरक्तः
विरक्तः
Ataha anyat
अतः
अतः
अन्यत्
अन्यत्
कूटस्थं नित्यं वस्तु
कूटस्थं नित्यं वस्तु
नित्यं वस्तु
बुभुत्समानः
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 पृच्छति इति सामर्थ्यात्
पृच्छति इति सामर्थ्यात्
सामर्थ्यात्
उपपद्यते
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 इतरथा
इतरथा
इतरता
वाक्कर्मभिर्देहादिसङ्घातस्य
इच्छा
इच्छा वा कर्म
देहादि संघातस्य
इच्छा वा कर्मभिः
इच्छा वा
इच्छा वा
कर्मभिः
कर्मभिः
देहादिसङ्घातस्य
देहादि
देहादिसङ्घातस्य
संघातस्य
प्रेरयितृत्वं प्रसिद्धम् इति
प्रेरयितृत्वं प्रसिद्धम्
प्रेरयितृत्वं
इति
प्रसिद्धम् इति
प्रश्नः अनर्थकः एव स्यात्
प्रश्नः
प्रश्नः
अनर्थकः एव
अनर्थकः
स्यात्
एव स्यात्
The opponent said, Purvapakshi said, Chaya karmana vacha va iti preshitam shabdasya vishesha arthaha avagantum yuktaha iti akshepaha Bhashikara said, na. Iti vishesha avagantum na yuktaha. That is na. Na in the form of Sangraha Vakya. Just saying no. That is not correct. Na. Because of the strength of the question, the power of the question, the validity of the question here. Who is asking this question? Viraktaha. Viraktaha means the word indicates a person is sadhana chatushtaya sampannaha. Vairagyavan ityartaha. Vairagya of from what or vairagya of what? Yes, followed the Veda Purva Karma Kanda. It means Karma Yoga and Upasana, by which he is qualified. Therefore, Viraktaha is sadhana chatushtaya sampannaha. In fact, this Upanishad is 9th chapter. What chapter precedes? All Karma Kanda. So, therefore, since a new chapter begins and the subject matter is new, it means it implies the person has undergone the previous chapter. Previous chapter, not just for knowing, it is for knowing and doing. Doing to make oneself equipped for jnanam. Therefore, only next chapter. Karma Yoga is, the Veda Purva is not for just knowing, it is for knowing and followed by doing. One has to follow, so that one gets eligibility to come to Jnana. That 9th chapter. So the person is Viraktaha, he has done homework, Viraktaha. Karma Karya, Viraktaha. Karma Karya. Karma Karya, Viraktaha. So Viraktaha, dispassionate. It means the person is Vairagyavan. Vairagyavan, therefore, Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannaha. It is an Upalakshanam. Viraktaha. The Viraktaha, the word suggests the person is a Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannaha. Karma Karya Viraktaha. Karya is action. Karma is Karma Karyat. Karmanaha Karya. Karma is action. Karya, you can take the result. Palam. So he is not contended with the results which are given by the limited action. Because Viraktaha is there. Therefore, Iha Pala, Amutra Pala Bhoga Viragaha, that is Vairagya. The Viraktaha. So therefore, not happy with the result of action which are given, which are limited, which are given by Veda Purva. So, Karmakara Virakta, Degadi Sangat Anityat. This Degadi, Sharirmana Sangata, is Anityat. Degadi Sangat Anitya, therefore, is Viraktaha, is the objective, is dispassionate. And Degadi Sangata is Anitya. Therefore, Degadi Sangata is Anitya. Anitya, what can be Anitya? Only Jada can be Anitya. Achetana Vastu can be Anitya. Because Achetana Vastu alone undergoes change. Therefore, it must be Bhautika Bhutani. Jada. It undergoes change. Therefore, Anityaha. And he's a Viveki. Viraktaha means one which implies Viveka, backed by Viveka. Nitya Nitya Vastu, Vivekaha Viveki. Viveka is a Viveki. Therefore, he knows this Egadi Manasangata is Anitya. So it cannot perform, it cannot perform anything, any action by itself. Body cannot function by itself, Indriyas cannot function by itself, mind also cannot function, cannot entertain thoughts by itself. Therefore, Ataha Anyata, there must be another thing, which must be a Chetana, which is Kutastam. Kutastam, Nityam Vastu. The Kutastam, Nityam Vastu, which is the Vastu which is in contrast to Degadi, it is Nityam, it is Kutastam Vastu, Bubutsamanaha. Bubutsamanaha, the word is Sananta, derived from Buddha Dhatu, desiring to know. Buddha means to know. So Bubutsamanaha, Bubutsamanaha, desiring to know. Bubutsa, Bodham Icha Bubutsa. So Bodham Icha Bubutsa. So Bubutsamanaha. So Shanach, you get Bubutsa, then Shanach Rupam of that is Bubutsamanaha, desiring to know the Kutastha, the Kutastha Nityam, the Tattvam which is Nityam. Therefore, Prichati iti Samarthya. Therefore, there is Samarthya, there is the context is there. So, based on the context only, we have to judge the question. Therefore, Samarthya iti Upapadyate. It is that is the interpretation. What we have given is tenable. What you said is not correct. The Purvapakshi, we said to the Purvapakshi. Purvapakshi says, Ishitam alone will serve, he says. No, Preshitam also is required. Therefore, what meaning we have given? What meaning we have given that you have to remember? If we use Preshitam, Ubaya Hanka will be there. That is removed by the usage of the word, another word, Ishita. So therefore, Kasha Samarthyat, Ishitam, the word also is required. Therefore, Samarthyat Upapadyate. Therefore, interpretation what we have given is proper, is tenable. Otherwise, what will happen? Suppose if we go by your interpretation, Itarata, otherwise means as you said, suppose if we take Ichaya Karmana Vacha Va as a meaning of Kena Preshitam, then what will happen? Icha Va Karma Bhihi, Degari Sangatasya, Prerayitritvam, the status of being the Prerayita, Prerayitru, Tasya Bhavaha, Prerayitritvam. So this Sharirmana Sangata enjoys the status of the Prerayita, enjoys the status of being the persuaded, the director. How they can persuade you? You are persuaded by your own Sharirmana Sangata. How? By Icha Va Karma Bhihi, through desire. So the mind is persuaded by desire. Persuaded by the mind, the body engages in karma, the action, or by the words. The words could be Shastram words or any words, Lokika words. So persuaded by. You hear the words, you do it, you get this. So you are tempted, therefore you engage in karma. Therefore that becomes a persuader. The words becomes a persuader. The advertisement and all persuasion. The words you hear, you see, therefore you entertain desire. Therefore you engage in a particular action. That is prasiddham. So the body mind sense complex enjoying the status of being the director through ichcha vak karma is prasiddham loke. So you don't have to know it through Shastra. It is already prasiddham. What motivates you to do? Ichcha, desire. Ichcha prompts me to do this. The words of that person or this person or the words what I have heard prompts me to do. Prompts me to do this action. So ichcha va karma bihi. Through desire, speech or action, the body becomes enjoys the status of the persuader. So the action, the karma. So the karma through karma, the body can become the persuader. Through desire, through desire, the body mind, the Shariman Sangata can become the persuader, and through speech. So all these three are possible through desire, speech, and action. That the desire is the motivating factor. Because of the desire only, the person engages in action. That is well known. The desire or as the speech of some people, the laukika words which we hear, or the action done by someone also, seeing that also. The action prompts you to do. Many times we do because other does, following them. Therefore, some action done by someone, they have got something, achieved a success, or they got something. Therefore, their action prompts you to do. So therefore, that is prasiddham iti, the loke prasiddham. The lokika, the loka, they're all lokika. The loke it is prasiddham. If it is prasiddham, then why the Shastra should deal with? It is not a subject matter of the Shastra. Shastra has to deal with something which is outside the scope of the other pramanas. Therefore, when it is prasiddham, this prashna is anarthakaha. It becomes meaningless. So we cannot go by this interpretation, your interpretation, that is Purvapakshi's interpretation. So we cannot give the meaning of ichcha karma vacha manaha ishitam vishayeshu. We cannot give. See, the Shishya wants to know, that the Shishya asks this question, wants to know how the sense organs, mind, function, due to what? That is the question the Shishya asks. What is the factor? What is the factor? What is the motivating factor that accounts for the function, that respective function? That is the question. That is the central theme. That is the central theme of the question. And Bhashikara said, Kena kartra ishitam preshitam. Who desires or who wills? Now, since two words are used, Shabda adikyat, artha adikyam syat. Therefore, we cannot take words for granted and we cannot make a word redundant. Both words are important. Suppose Shastra if uses only preshita. Preshita, someone who is directing the senses towards the respective objects. Then there will be an akanksha. Who is that? Who is the director? How does he direct? Therefore, the ishitam, the word is used, by that akanksha is removed. Therefore, ishitam, desired by whom? By whose desire? Kasya ichcha matrena. Who is the one who desires? Now the Purvapakshi says, if that is so, why preshitam be there? It doesn't make any sense. You use the word preshita, which brings in akanksha, therefore ishitam you said, and why preshitam is there? That is a Purvapakshi's question. But you have to understand what Purvapakshi says. Ishitam itself is enough. Because the preshitam, the word extra word is used, therefore there must be some extra meaning. So preshitam, therefore he gives, preshitam brings in the idea, kena vacha, kena karmana, kena gicha. The Bhashikara says, no, that is not correct. Why? Because prashna samarthyat, because of the power of the question. Who is asking this question? The Viraktaha, the Vairagi. And he knows what is Nitya, what is Anitya. Therefore, Dehadi Mana Sanghatat Anya Vastu Nitya Vastu Asti Iti Janati. He wants to know that Nitya Vastu. Other than this Karyakarana Sanghata, this Karyakarana Sanghata is Anitya, it is Jada. And he wants to know the Nitya Vastu. The very fact that the question is there shows that he wants to know more than what he already knows. Though even though he has apatata jnanam, some jnanam before, but he wants to have clarity, he wants to know more. Therefore, he is asking this question. That is a prashna samarthya. So he wants to know the more. So therefore, see, even an ignorant person also knows. Desire arises in the mind, therefore there is pravritti. Pravritti in fulfilling the desire. When desire arises in the mind, all these are within the Sharira Manasangata. So it's all within the Sharira Manasangata. So that cannot be the question. Desire arises in the mind, which prompts a person engage in particular Vishaya, which is known. Either the desire or the desire created by some words, some what you see, or the action of some people, or your own action, repeated action. By repeated action, you have the vasana of that, therefore you want to repeat it. So your own karma also can prompt you to do further the thing so that you have that. You again repeat that experience. So all this comes within the scope of Sharira Manasangata. So therefore there is nothing outside the Sharira Manasangata if you take this meaning. If it is within the Sharira Manasangata, it is already known. That is not the subject matter of the Shastra. So therefore, Sharira Manasangatasya Prerayitvam Prasiddham. Therefore, your akshepa, your interpretation of Kena Ishitam to be Kena Ichaya Karmana Vacha is not proper. That is not correct. So we cannot take that meaning, Iti Bhashikara says. I hope you follow the sequence of the sequence of the flow of the objection and the answer, the uttara. So Prashna Anartakasya. Now, with this, is it over? No. Then Purva Pakshi further erases question. So that we have said the meaning what you have given, it's not correct, and you cannot, therefore you cannot say our interpretation is wrong. So our interpretation is correct. And you have to remember what our interpretation, that Akanksha Ubhaya is removed by the usage of the word Ishita. Therefore, Ishitam, the word alone is not sufficient. Preshitam also is required. And Preshita, the interpretation for Preshita, your interpretation of Preshita, that is also not correct. So that is what we have said. Now there is another Akshepa. What is the Akshepa? Evamapi
एवमपि
Preshita Shabdasya
प्रेषितशब्दस्य
Artaha na Pradashitaha Eva.
अर्थः न
अर्थः न
प्रदर्शितः
प्रदर्शितः एव.
See, Purva Pakshi says, Preshitam iti Shabdasya Artaha Asmabhihi Pradashitaha. Kintu Bhavata na Pradashitaha. Preshitam, you said the Preshitam, the word creates Akanksha. Therefore, Ishitam is used. And we said Ishitam alone is sufficient. You said no. Therefore, Preshitam is required. And we have given the meaning of the word Preshita, but you have not given the meaning of the word Preshita. Evamapi. Evamapi, that is, Evamapi means even supposing what you say is correct. Who says Purva Pakshi? Even supposing what you say is correct and what I say is wrong. But you tell me the meaning of the word Preshita. You have not told the meaning, you have not given the meaning of the word Preshita. Ishitam alone is sufficient, you said, okay, fine. And Preshitam is used. What is the meaning? What interpretation you will give for Preshita? That you have not told. Preshita Shabdasya Artaha Na pradashitaha. Tvaya, by you. Tvaya we have to supply, by tvaya. So you are not given the meaning of the word prashita. And for that we say, na
Na
samshayavataha ayam prashnaha iti
संशयवतः अयं
संशयवतः
प्रश्नः
अयं
इति
प्रश्नः इति
preshita shabdasya
प्रेषितशब्दस्य
प्रेषितशब्दस्य
artha visheshaha upapadyate.
अर्थविशेषः
अर्थविशेषः
उपपद्यते
उपपद्यते
किं यथा प्रसिद्धम एव
किं यथा
किं यथा
प्रसिद्धमेव
प्रसिद्धम् एव
कार्यकरणसङ्घातस्य प्रेषयितृत्वम्
कार्यकरणसङ्घातस्य
कार्यकरणसङ्घातस्य
प्रेषयितृत्वं
प्रेषयितृत्वम्
किं वा सङ्घातव्यतिरिक्तस्य
किं वा
किं वा
सङ्घातव्यतिरिक्तस्य
सङ्घातव्यतिरिक्तस्य
स्वतन्त्रस्य
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 इच्छामात्रेण एव
इच्छामात्रेण एव
इच्छामात्रेण एव
मन आदिप्रेषयितृत्वम्
मन
मन
आदिप्रेषयितृत्वम्
आदिप्रेषयितृत्वम्
इति इत्यस्यार्थस्य
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 प्रदर्शनार्थम्
प्रदर्शनार्थं
प्रदर्शनार्थम्
केनेषितं पतति प्रेषितं मनः इति
केनेषितं
केनेषितं
पतति
पतति
प्रेषितं मनः
प्रेषितं मनः
इति
विशेषणद्वयम् उपपद्यते.
विशेषणद्वयम्
विशेषणद्वयम्
उपपद्यते
उपपद्यते.
You said त्वया प्रदर्शितः न शब्दस्य प्रेषित शब्दस्य अर्थः. No, no. We have not that we don't have the meaning for the word preshita. Here is a question. The mantra is the form of the question. It's a question asked. So the question is asked by whom? By the person, the Shishya. Shishya wants to know. Therefore, he has doubt. He wants to know the subject matter. He has doubts. So therefore, in the samshayavataha saha, ayam shishyaha samshayavataha, ayam prashnaha. This prashna, this question belongs to whom? Belongs to the person who has doubts. Not is he may be an informed person, but not sufficiently informed. That's why he wants to know. Sufficiently informed means yes, he should have, when he studies Veda Anta also, then he is sufficiently informed. He has entered into Veda Anta now. Therefore, before itself, we cannot expect him to know everything. Knowledge, but not for the sake of knowledge only, is has entered into the Veda Purva. Having gone through Vedanta, having gone through Veda Purva, where he has realized the fact is what he gains through Sharira Manasangata. The Sharira Manasangata is Jadam, and whatever he gains through the effort of the Sharira Manasangata, they are limited, gives Parichinna Palam, Ihamutra. Therefore, he knows very well. And also, he has understood that there is something other than this. This Sharira Manasangata is Jada, Anitya. Therefore, there must be Nitya Vastu, blessed by whom only these functions. So, all these things he know. But what is that he doesn't know? That is why the question. Therefore, Samshayavataha ayam prashnaha. This question belongs to the person who has doubts. Who has doubts? The Shishya. If it's clear, then why should you come to the teacher? Therefore, doubt. So, he has doubts. Therefore, the Samshayavataha, Samshayavatam, Samshayavan, Samshayavantau. The one who has Samshaya, Samshayavataha, Shashtibhat. Ayam prashnaha, this question belongs to whom? Samshayavataha, the one who has Samshaya, that is Shishya. Therefore, iti Preshita Shabdasya Artha Vishesha Upapadyate. Because he has doubts, because his question belongs to the person who has doubts. Therefore, Preshita Shabdasya Vishesha Artha Upapadyate. Therefore, special meaning, particular meaning attached to the Preshita Shabda is tenable. Therefore, Preshita, the word is because you said it is Tvaya na pradashitah, therefore it is useless. No, it is tenable. It is tenable. It has its purpose. It has particular meaning because the prashna belongs to the person who has doubts. So therefore, preshita shabdasya vishesha arthaha upapadyate. Special meaning is attributed. Special meaning is attributed to the preshita shabda is tenable. Upapadyate. So without that preshita, ishita have the same meaning. They are different. Now, the student who wants to know, he conveys what he wants to know by this usage of these two words. Because he wants to know, it means he doesn't know, therefore the usage of the two words tenable. Kim preshigitratvam karyakarana sangatasya yata prasiddham eva. Kim va manadi preshigitratvam sangata vyatiriktasya ichcha matrena sannidhi matrena. So, preshigitratvam, the status of being the preshigita, the persuader, the direct. Kimba, Kim कार्यकरण संगातस्य प्रेषयितृत्वं यथा प्रसिद्धम. It is well known. Well known in loke, it is well known, prasiddham. That's why atakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha. Even though it is well known, Arjuna, yes, it is because one's own karma, past karma, the repetition, the sasana makes a person. The mind alone is the mind alone is the factor, main factor. Of course, icha and karma is that, but the mind is the factor, motivating factor for a person to engage in karma. It is therefore it's a sharira manasangata. Mind and indriyani backed up by the mind, indriyani functions, of sharira also functions. So they become the persuader, the motivator. That is well known. So now preshayitratvam sharira manasangati karyakarana sangatasya preshayitratvam. Does the directorship, the persuadership, preshayitratvam, does it belong to sharira manasangata? It is, though it is well known, or kimva, or the preshayitratvam, the directorship, mana adi sangatas, mana adi preshayitratvam, mind, etc. Kimva sangata vyatiriktasya swatantrasya ichcha matrena eva, mana adi preshayitratvam, the directorship, the persuader, the ship of mana, etc. belongs to someone who is Sangata Vyatiriktasya, different from Sangata. What Sangata? Karyakarana Sangata, Shariramana Sangata, different from the body mind sense complex, and is Swatantra, is free, is different from Shariramana Sangata, and is free. Degadi Sangata Vyatiriktasya Swatantrasya, the one who is free and different from the Degadi Shariramana Sangata. Ichcha matre, tasya ichcha matrena, by the desire of whom, ichcha matrena, by the desire of whom, by the blessing of whom, mana adi prayitratvam, the mind, etc., enjoys the status of being the director. The arthasya, pradashanartham, to present this meaning, pradashanartham, kena ishitam patati, preshitam manaha iti, visheshanadvayam upapadyate. Kena ishitam the word, and preshitam both. Visheshanadvayam upapadyate. Both the words are tenable. Both this visheshanadvayam, the padadvayam, which has specific meaning. Therefore, both the specific words are tenable. Therefore, there is no redundancy. Kim preshayitratvam karyakarana sangatasya. That is first choice. The Bhashyakara says. Preshayitratvam, does it belong to karyakarana sangata, which is well known, yatha prasiddham eva loke, or manadi preshayitratvam is because of someone. That is what the Shishya wants to know. The someone who is different from the Sharimana Sangata, that is known. Sharimana Sangata he knows, but different from Sharimana Sangata he doesn't know. Therefore, Manadi Prashitratvam, the mind, etc., enjoys the status of being the Prashita. Is it because of someone? Because of something which is different from Sharirmana Sangata, and that which is Swatantra is independent. Icha matrena, just by the Icha, by the desire, by the will. By the will means the presence of whom? What Icha? The presence of Atma. Sannidhi matrena. Icha matrena means Sannidhi matrena. By the desire of whom, by the will of whom, by the presence of whom. Mana adi, etc. enjoy the prashaitam. That is the meaning. Because mind is jada, body is jada, indriyanis are jada. But what we have towards this agamiti, agankara, abhimana is that when you say aham, it is confined to Sharira Manasangata. But all these are jada. So therefore there must be another thing, blessed by whom these enjoy the status of being the prashita. In fact, that is blessed by what only we enjoy the status of being the karta. Who is the karta? We say I do karma, therefore aham karta. Agam means what? Agam is confined to Sharira Manasangata, not Atma. Minus Atma, body mind senses cannot function. So blessed by Atma only Sharira Manasangata function. And therefore Kartrutvam. Atma is not Karta. Because Sharira Manasangata, towards which we have Agankara, Abhimana, therefore only Agam Karta iti. Atma is neither Karta nor Akarta. Because Kartrutvam is there with regard to our Sharira Manasangata, therefore that is negated for Atma. That is, Atma cannot have Kartrutvam, therefore Akarta iti we use. Otherwise, Atma, why should we use Akarta? Atma Akarta. Atma can never be Karta. To say that it is Akarta. That Kartrutvam, which is Kartrutvam, which is attributed to even Sharira Manasangata. Even Sharira Manasangata, how can be a Karta? They are Jada. Then where this Kartrutvam comes, and Kartrutvam we cannot negate it because it is real. Because I am Karta, therefore I enjoy Karmapala. That's why we say Mithya. That Kartrutvam attributed to Sharira Manasangata, which is Jada, that happens in the blessing, in the presence of Atma, which is ever Akarta. Therefore, the Kartrutvam comes in between, which is Mithya, it is not real. So, therefore, Sannidhi Matrena, in the presence of whom the Sharira Manasangata enjoys the status of being the Prashita, being the Karta, Karayita, iti pradarshanaartham, to show that only this question is asked. It means the Shishya is well informed, therefore he uses this word Ishitam, Preshitam. Therefore, both the words are tenable. Artha pradarshanaartham, Visheshana Padadvayam Upapadyate. Iti. So, therefore, Preshitam alone is not sufficient. Ishitam also is required. If Ishitam alone is required, why Preshitam? As Purva Pakshya that we have said, this is Ishitam alone is sufficient, Preshitam, and he gave the meaning of, he gave the interpretation for Preshitam, Ichaya, Icha Karma, Vak iti. So that it is Prasiddham, so that cannot come under the scope of the Shastram, we said. Then he said, Preshita, you have not given the meaning of the word Preshita. Therefore, it is written, no, the Preshita has got special meaning. Preshita as it is not redundant, preshita shabdasya vishesha artha upapadyate. What is that preshita? In the presence, now we give the meaning of both Ishita and Preshita. Ishita is blessed by whom? This Shariramana Sangata is prompted. Preshitam Bhavati. So, Icha Matrena, Sannidhi Matrena, the presence of whom, which is Swatantra, Deghadi Vidiriktasya. This Shariramana Sangata are Preshita, or they are Preshitam. Enjoy the status of Preshita. So, Shariramana Sangatasya Preshitratvam, the status of being the Preshita, in the presence of the Atma, which is Swatantraha Deghadi Vitiriktasya, the Artha Pradashanartham. So, we are given the meaning of both Ishitam and Preshitam. Therefore, Visheshana Padadvayam Atra Upapadyate Eva Iti. Purvapakshi is not happy with, he is not happy with our defeating him. We have given an answer which is more convincing, but he wants to corner us, therefore he is asking further question. Whether we can take the Akshepa is really the student as or from a Purvapakshi. Akshepa is Akshepa, whether from a student, if it's student, then he will not corner the teacher. It must be suppose if it is an opponent who doesn't concur with our interpretation, our vision. Therefore, he will try to prove his point. Therefore, Akshepa. So, whatever will be the Akshepa. But Akshepa continues. From whomever it comes Akshepa, whether from it is a question raised by the student or really from a Purvapakshi opponent. But Akshepa is Akshepa. Now, Akshepa continues. It's not yet over. So, there is Akshepa is asked from the standpoint of the mind. So, that we'll see. We'll see the next verse. Om Purnamadah Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Dhanyavadah.
धन्यवादः
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
धन्यवाद धन्यवाद
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.